Kidsstoppress.com.
Hi, you're watching Kidsstoppress.com with me, Mansi, and we have a lovely guest today. And here is Supermom Kajol. Kajol, couple of quick questions. With so much that our things that our kids get today in terms of, they want a toy, we get it. They want anything, and they get it so easily. With so much of abundance of everything, how do you manage to keep your kids grounded and ensure that they actually value things?
By saying no to them. No, I think you have to occasionally deny them a lot of things as well, and keep them in denial for a while before they can start appreciating all the things that they have.
Right.
So I think one of the biggest things that I keep telling my daughter is stop asking me for things where I will give them to you when I believe that you deserve them. So she's learning that lesson slowly but surely right now.
Right. We asked this question to Shahrukh at one of the interviews, and he said, I just give my kids everything so that they feel like, abhi kisi cheez ki zarurat nahi hai, So do you feel like that's the other extreme, or you feel parenting is each to its own?
That's one way of looking at it, and as I've said before also, I think each parent has his or her own style of parenting.
Right.
Nobody's better, nobody is worse, nobody is the best, and nobody has a right to judge, honestly.
Absolutely.
So I think that's one thing that I tell moms everywhere, that, I don't judge other moms, and make sure that you don't bother about it when they judge you, basically.
Correct.
So,
and that's something that I think moms don't get enough of, because you're always so commentative on each other's space and how you're raising each other.
And competitive. Oh, that birthday party had return gifts, and these return gifts, I must make sure that my return gifts are better. And I'm like,
are you a competitive mom?
Not at all.
Tiger mom, helicopter mom, or like a super chilled out, calm mom?
No,
what
I think
Kajol as a mother?
Well, my daughter would describe me as Hitler, and I describe her as Hitler. So we're in a nice mutual admiration society over there. But as far as what kind of a mom I am, I hope to believe that I am a balanced mom. I hope that I am, at least. Maybe a little nutty. I am.
You're like either my way or the highway?
Completely. At times, I have to say that. 90% of the time, as I said, at times. So I think I really believe that as mothers, we have to compromise, adjust, and adapt every day with our kids as to how they're growing up, what they want to be on that particular day, whether it's a superhero or whether it's the sad drama queen from the latest soap opera. So I think we just have to be like, adjusting and adapting. And so I can't say that I have a particular style, but I would like to believe that I have.
With homework and competitiveness, mera beta ye class mein ja raha hai, mera beti ye class mein ja rahi hai, she has to come first in class.
I'm not. As long as the teachers don't complain, I'm fine with that. I'm like, baby, whatever you're doing is right, dude. As long as the teachers are not complaining and coming and telling me anything, I'm fine. You're sailing.
With so much of emphasis on education today and play and creativity, I personally believe that values is what's going to be the differentiator in the coming years, as these kids grow up. I have kids, and my kids are 6 and 2.5. And, me and my husband often discuss that, I think this will, just being, say, grounded or having these kind of values, that's what will set them apart. Any values that you and your husband believe will be the differentiator or will help them sail through whatever comes in life?
I think the biggest lesson, more than value, I would say the biggest lesson that I can give my children is to be the best example that I can, because how many ever times I tell her that, listen, family is important, and family comes first, and we should be doing this and you should be doing that. At the end of the day, when they see me doing it, is when they are going to realize how to implement it in their own lives, and when to use it and when not to.
Right.
And so we're much better behaved now that we have kids.
Okay. There's so much emphasis on outdoor play and play in general. I mean, your older one is, almost 11.
Yeah.
But the younger one, do you feel like being a celeb mom, you can't just be and just take them out, or just be out at a
I don't
park
stop
or a
myself.
beach?
I don't stop myself from doing that. I really don't. As far as the park and a beach is concerned, I may not be able to go, but I make sure that they go with, with the maid or with some family member or whatever.
Right.
I make sure that my kids go everywhere. And I don't, in fact, I don't stop my kids from doing whatever they want to do. Yes, I will send adequate amount of people with them to make sure that they're having fun and they're safe. But besides that, I don't stop them from doing whatever they want to do. Whether they want to go for a show, whether they want to go for a movie, whether they want to go and play in the park, whether they want to run on the sidewalk, whatever they want to do. I'm that way. It's like how I train, everybody in my house. Nobody is supposed to say, beta ruk jao, gir jaoge. I'm like, don't say that to my kids. Stand there and catch them if they fall. But don't put that fear into them that, listen, oh, you'll fall if you do this. Or, oh my God, this will happen if you do this. And oh my God, that will happen if you do that. And that caution comes from within.
Another thing is that, I feel that everybody's here talking about mom as the key role player. And I feel that's changing drastically in the new age parenting ecosystem.
I mean, we don't have mamas and tatas and kakas and chachis and chachis.
Yeah, I mean, I think the father today is just as responsible. So how do you see the father's role changing in parenting these days?
Well, it's changing, but it's still slow. I would say it's still slow. Not because we don't want it to, or not because they don't want it to, but simply because society doesn't expect it to.
Do you think moms are control freaks? We just feel like nobody can do it better than me.
Exactly. I mean, no two ways about it. Your mother has told you that 20 times over. Your mother-in-law probably told you that 20 times over. That look at me and look at how I've raised my son, and you should be doing the same thing with your same thing with your kids. So I mean, like I said, it's society that is putting the brakes on it or whatever. As far as guys are concerned, my husband honestly believes that if the kids were left up to him, he would raise better children.
Yeah, my husband believes this.
Yeah, he really believes that. He's like, you're spoiling the children. They don't eat properly. So she didn't get the kids to eat today. Listen, it's the one day that they're eating junk is the day that you look at their breakfast. So we have our own differences on that opinion.
In fact, it's quite true because on Kidsstoppress, at least about 45% of our readership is men. I mean, the fathers are all out there, and we get a lot of comments from the fathers asking us if we review a lot of gadgets or iPads or apps or things like that. You see the fathers, they're like all the time commenting and say, oh, this is a really good one and you must try this and things like that. And I feel like some aspect of parenting, only the fathers can do best. Like just watching TV, flipping channels, and you wonder how I could not be babysitting like this. Why are my kids not so sane with me just flipping channels or watching something?
Yeah, and I think dads are superb where anything that has to do with the physical is concerned. To be honest, I mean it's like they're great. Like the other day, I want to teach my daughter how to cycle. And for the life of me, she just would not agree to get on the bloody cycle. And I was like, forget it. I can't even be bothered, to be honest. So he blackmailed her and I don't know what bargain he cut with her, and finally she said, okay, fine, I will learn how to cycle. And she got up and made that effort for him, which I couldn't manage with all my blackmailing and all my, pressure and all my rules and everything. I could never manage that. So I think dads are superb like that when they really want to get things done.
I think we tend to get very methodical, like we say, like when I'm doing Lego with my kids, I just be like, don't you see, it's just putting this like this, but it's just sometimes we don't get it. Okay, very quickly, in a word, what would you say is, what would you tell moms in the city? Like, any message for moms in the city?
Any message for moms in the city? Well, I'd give only one message to all the mothers, really, that, bring up your kids to be people that you will like. It's as simple as that, really, because I mean, I really like my kids as well. Yes, I love them, of course, and they're my children, whatever. But just that's the one major rule of parenting. Just bring up these kids to be people that you will like and that you will love to spend time with as well. Not only because they're your kids, but because they genuinely like people.